Good morning, YouTube. And it is a good morning, especially if you are my driveway, because you're about to get shredded to pieces. That's right, this is the gravel side of the driveway at my parents' house, and well, it's kind of bumpy up and down because of heavy rains in Texas, as well as heavy cars going back and forth to and fro amongst the stone pavers. It started to make divots in, and the stones would poke up and hit the bottom of our cars. And so I said, Dad, please let me fix it, and please pay me for my services. He said, okay. So it was me and Licorice out there for many hours, just sweating our tails off, I guess. This was a 6-day long project. This is day one, so Saturday. I really just had to get rid of all the stone pavers, and I was like, it'll take me a couple of hours. Little did I know, it would take me much longer than that. I think I spent maybe total, I think I spent maybe like 5 hours ripping up all the stone pavers. It took me 2 days on this one. And I was very grateful to have some, I've been in the gym in my day, so I know how to like proper form for lifting some heavy things. If you're trying to do this on your own and you don't have good experience with lifting heavy things and using your back and your butt and your thigh muscles, don't do this. You're gonna hurt yourself. I don't know how else to say it. Yeah, it is really, really laborious, and your spine and your lower back will be killing you if you are doing it wrong. But it took quite a while to dig up some of these stones that took up a lot of the time, maybe half the time, because there were stones that were just buried underneath the grass that I couldn't even see. I didn't know that they were there. So I estimated for a certain number of stones, and then all of a sudden, like this, who knew that was going to be there? It's like alligators that like pop up out of the water, and you're like, I didn't even know you were there. You know, that happens to you. But anyway, I had a good system of chopping up these stones and then carrying them back. By this point, it was later in the day, and these stones are just so awkward to hold, and they can be up to like 3 inches thick, so they were quite heavy. But I was sweaty, and I was enjoying the summertime breeze, getting my shirt all dirty. It was at this point, at the end of the day, that I realized we just bought a wheelbarrow. What? Yep. Okay, day 2. My younger brother, Matt, is helping me out, thankfully. He's probably stronger than I am, so I made him do all the heavy stones. So I got to get a load off on this one. But the work went by like another hour really quickly, and so we just had to start chopping up the gravel. Oh, okay, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. There they are, stones. Okay, nice. Kids, don't try this at home. Or if you do, make sure your mom is gone. See, my mom was away.
Oh my gosh, nope. Nope. Okay.
Yep, she was out of state. That's why I tried this dangerous stunt.
Avalanche. Yeet. Okay.
Yeah, Chalupa says, looks good to me. But what does he know, right? And so we spent some time using tools from our generous neighbor who let us borrow the tiller and a pickaxe. A lot of this clay underneath all this kind of gravel and soil was really hard, so we had to whack into it a bunch of times to get it to smooth out. That was pretty fun. I think this was probably my favorite part of the entire project. It seems like so long ago, but it was really fun to kind of like, you know, Minecraft? Yeah. Bear with me for a moment. You know, in Minecraft, you can, you know, you're digging up the dirt. Look at it, I have dirt blocks right there. And I have all this gravel. And the grass, it's just kind of like, you don't normally deal with these kinds of materials. At least I don't. I'm not a farmer. I don't know. So it was kind of enjoyable just to like do some terraforming. It would have been cool if we got buckets of lava or fought skeletons. But that's neither here nor there. I had enough fun playing around with this, and I was really grateful for Matt's help. I think we did a lot of good progress all in one day. We were aiming for, you know, smoothing out the surface, but we had to take down the depth to about 3 inches below the driveway so that the stone pavers would lie flush with the driveway when we got new gravel that was coming in. We ordered it from a hardscape store. It's called granite sand. We were going to lay that down on top of all these things after we leveled it out and compacted it with a compactor we rented from Home Depot. But until we got to that point, we just wanted to spend lots of time making sure that it was nice and level and had a gentle slope from the right side to the left, just so that water didn't pool up in the grass area. But this was, yeah, it was fun. We used these boards to make sure that things were nice and level. It didn't have to be super precise, but we did want it to be pretty good, you know. We're amateurs here. And there's Licorice. He's inspecting our work. Look. Just watch him. Just watch. Yep, no one does it like he does it. So anyway, after we got the approval from him, I think this is, yep, day 3. Wow. So it's a beautiful day. Let me remind you that it's Texas summer, so it's probably about 90 minimum during this time. And we got the compactor from Home Depot, and the new gravel is on the driveway right there. And the compactor works, making sure it still holds me, yep. But it definitely needs several passes to be compacted all the way down so that it's like, it is not continuing to go down. So this is how I spent the rest of my day. Dad and Matt said adios and good luck. Bon voyage. So I spent a lot of time out here, and then shoveling in the new granite sand was really fun. It's cool because it's like dark when it's cooler or moist or whatever, and so when you freshly chop it or, you know, scoop it with the shovel, it's all dark, and then it dries and it gets lighter over time. So it's a cool little time-lapse effect, which I didn't plan, but there you go. Enjoy it. Enjoy it visually. What is going on here? Even though I'm sweating my butt off trying to get this thing level and even, and soon I'm going to be riding over it with the compactor for a couple more hours. It was a little bit frustrating because it seemed like every time the compactor went over it, it just like kept on going down, even though I did like maybe 5 passes or so on it. But I think in the end we got it pretty good. It looks like I'm doing some kind of cool moonwalk. I don't know about that, but I can't say that I dance in real life any better than that. We realized that we need water. Everyone needs water, but this gravel especially. If you want to compact it down, you got to get it a little bit wet. I was also grateful for the water because I got to spray my face off and the back of my neck to cool me down. Yes, it was just a lot of hard work. I don't know what to say. Just enjoy. After all that work, on Tuesday, I got to enjoy the fruit of my labor, which was laying down on a cold, hard, wet gravel. Anyway, this is the results. I'm pretty much ready to put in the stone pavers starting now on Wednesday, making sure to keep everything nice and wet so that I could really use that gravel as like a nice mold to get in between the cracks and to situate the rocks nicely. And I thought that this would go by faster than it ended up going by. It was just, I don't know, these days were like 97 degrees. I was drinking much water, and all of it was sweating out of my body. And the rocks were heavy, and my back, my lower back, was pretty much as hard as one of these stone pavers by the end of it. I mean, this is the next day. See, I only barely got halfway on the first day. And the second day, I got out early to beat the heat. Spoiler alert, I didn't beat it, but I still just sweated away and brought all these stones out there. There we go, there's my water. Haha, that's 2 liters, and I drank 2 of those bottles. So 4 liters. Chalupa, not helping me at all, just watching. But I think he enjoys it. He approves. This is Thursday now. This is the last day that I'm working on it, and there was no way in heck that I was not going to finish on that day, despite all the groaning and the creaking in my bones and the sweat pouring down my face. Really, I'm very fortunate not to have hurt myself. Kind of whacked my fingers or pinched them in between stones a lot, but my hands were kind of sore and stiff, and my back was sore, but it could have been worse. And then I just filled in the rest of the gravel in between all the cracks, and using a broom was really helpful for that. That's pretty much it. Here's a word from our sponsor, our last message.
So hot.
It's so hot. There you have it, folks. And there's my whip, in case anybody was wondering. How cool has Ben really? So that's how you do a driveway, YouTube. Thanks for watching.